This is the StreamSets Data Collector user interface, which I've found to be clean and intuitive. All functionality is accessed via this web-based UI, so additional client software doesn't need to be installed. I'm simply using Firefox here on my Linux laptop, though I could have also used Chrome. The top section is called the Pipeline Canvas, and it's where you build pipelines. The panel section down below will change based on whether you're configuring pipeline properties, previewing data during development, or monitoring running pipelines. The area on the right gives you access to various objects that you use to build pipelines. Origins, which define your data source. Processors, which you use to transform your data. And destinations, which define your output targets. To add objects to the canvas, you simply click them here and then configure them below. On my canvas, I'm building a streaming pipeline. Whenever someone posts about Donald Trump on Twitter, the tweet text and all of its related metadata are streamed through my pipeline. What I really liked about the product was the ability to preview data as I added each new object to my canvas, so that I could see if it was behaving as expected. This really helped me to learn how to use the software on the fly. I will preview the pipeline for you now. I'm going to ask for the next tweet about Trump to be sent through my pipeline. My origin is Twitter's streaming API, and you can see the data from the JSON object that's streamed in. It shows the text from the tweet, along with data about the person who wrote the tweet. And if they were retweeting the original tweet, plus data about its author. In my next step, I'm simply keeping just the tweet's text and data about the app that was used to post the tweet. In this case, the Twitter web app. Next, I split my pipeline into two branches, one to track activity in real time and one to permanently store tweets. Here you can see that I reformatted the app type value to make it easier to read. Then I send them into an aggregator which will enable us to see which Twitter apps are being used most to make tweets about Trump. And here I'm removing any embedded line breaks from the tweet so that my final output contains just one line per tweet. As the tweets stream in, I'm storing them in an AWS S3 bucket where I can later analyze them in the cloud, like with Spark running on an EC2 cluster. Alternatively, I could have used a different destination here to write tweets into HDFS, like into HBase on an on-prem Hadoop cluster. Now I will run my pipeline to ingest many tweets into S3, and we can monitor the activity in real time. First, you can see that my S3 tweets bucket is empty before we start the pipeline. When I start the pipeline, we can see information about how many tweets are streaming in. So far, 151 tweets have come in. Then we can track which apps are being used to post the tweets. You can see that the iPhone app is most popular, followed by the Android app, the web app, and the iPad app. When I stop the app, we can look at a summary and see how many tweets were read in. So we streamed in 1,142 tweets. The output number is double because I split my pipeline into two branches. And we can see that the tweets were written into my S3 bucket and spread across 28 files. We can go back to AWS and see that we do have 28 new files. If we look inside one of the files, we can see that it does contain one tweet per record. So my first experience with StreamSets was a very good one. I was able to successfully create a useful streaming pipeline.